What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Nick Alfieri, aka NALF. I'm an American playing American football here in Germany. Last week I made a video where I asked people to give me some questions to do a Q&A video, and today I'm going to answer those questions. So let's just get right into it. What are you and your teammates' thoughts on German music? Haven't listened to that much German music. My favorite German song is definitely Ich und mein Holz. Love that song. But we actually really like this German rap song. Hold on. We love this song. We listen to this before football games. This is sweet. What are your plans for the future? Job plans? Well, I want to play football as long as I can. I want that to be my job for as long as possible. And then after that, I want to make films, which I'm already kind of doing, so hopefully I continue to do that. What is your progress on getting your Italian citizenship? And do you lose your A status if you get it? Yeah, I'm in the middle of trying to get my dual citizenship with Italy, so I have citizenship with the United States and with Italy. I'm in the middle of that process. It's a really long process, and I can't say exactly when everything will be finished, but I'm doing everything I can. And yeah, technically I lose my A status in the GFL. I won't count as an A anymore. I'll be a European player. Did you go to a casual soccer game since you've been in Germany? No, I have not, but I really want to go. I love FIFA, and I always play as Bayern Munich. It's my favorite team. How long do you think you'll be playing football in Germany, and what are your plans after your football career? Okay, same thing. I want to play football as long as humanly possible, as long as my body will allow, and after that, I want to make films. Do you have any experiences with fans recognizing you and your teammates on the street? And were there any crazy ones? Schwäbisch is a really small town, and the Unicorns are basically the biggest sport in the town, and so people know about the Unicorns, and we wear unicorn shirts all the time. We're in downtown, so people recognize us, and also it's very easy to spot us based on what we're wearing. Usually just athletic shorts, unicorn shirts, and socks and flip-flops. So it's pretty easy to spot us. What film school did you go to? I went to the University of Southern California, USC Film School, but just for one semester, and then I left. Which I will probably make a video about that at some point, why I left film school. With you being a performance athlete, are you allowed to, and do you, enjoy the German beer? I dabble in the German beer, but as an athlete, of course, in moderation. Where does your interest in classical music come from? I took piano lessons for 10 years, and now I still play the piano now, just on my own, and I think that is probably where my interest in classical music comes from. I would like to know what makes the Unicorns and their fans something special. What makes the difference? Is it just about the size of the city? What do you think about that? This is an awesome question, a great question, and I addressed this in my documentary, and so I actually don't want to answer this here on YouTube right now because that is addressed in my documentary. But that's a great question, and the Unicorns really are something special. Do you see a process of German football players that one day we will maybe see a German QB or wide receiver on an NFL team? Yes, absolutely. And this also I touch on a little bit in my documentary, so I don't want to get into it too much, but Moritz Boehringer, he played for the Unicorns and he was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. And so I think he's really opening the gates for players from Europe to be playing in the NFL. What part of German culture, lifestyle would you like to see in the USA and vice versa? Oh, that is a good question. In the USA, I would like to see the German emphasis on quality of life and having fun and enjoying your life. I would like to see that in the USA more. In Germany, I would say allowing yourself to maybe break the rules here and there. Not big rules, but small rules. Which team of the North Division would you like to play for, considering which city you would then live in? Okay, so I'm taking this basically as which city in the North would I like to live in. I haven't been to the North really at all in Germany, but I've heard really, really good things about Cologne and Hamburg I think Hamburg's up on the water, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to say Hamburg. Do or did you do any other sports than football? Growing up, I played soccer and basketball, and I ran track, and I played baseball for like 1 year, and I hated it so much. But yeah, I actually played soccer up until 7th grade, which is like age 12 or 13 in the States, and then I started playing football. Hi, I would like to know if you would travel to Germany in the future again without playing football here. Do you have friends here, or is it more like a working relationship? Would I travel to Germany in the future again? Absolutely. I love it here. Do you have friends here, or is it more like a working relationship? Technically, this is my job, so yeah, it is a working relationship, but it doesn't feel like that at all. I feel like I'm friends with everyone that I work with, because they're my teammates and my coaches, and it doesn't feel like a working relationship at all. I mean, there's a certain level of professionalism, but it's fun, and we get along, and it feels like we're friends. I think we're friends, right, guys? Can you make a video on how you make your videos, like a tutorial? Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'll do that at some point. Did you change your home/apartment? Yes. Last year we lived in the infamous Ami house up on the hill close to downtown, and this year we're in apartments a little further outside of town. Hi Nick, what is your opinion about European football/soccer and your teammates? Did you ever watch a Bundesliga match? I have not watched a Bundesliga match in person. I really, really want to go. Like I said, I got really into playing FIFA on Xbox, and I always play as Bayern Munich, and I really, really want to go to a football/soccer game here in Germany. What is the perception about it like in the US? I think people in the US think that soccer in Germany and Europe is just crazy. Fans are crazy, it's a really good environment, an awesome atmosphere. And what is your favorite bar in Schwäbisch Hall, and why is it Ilgay? Well, you already know it's Ilgay. Well, it's the Ilgay. And I don't know, that's just like the unicorn spot to hang out, I guess. We like going there. Will there be any way to watch or purchase the documentary? I would love to see it. I still don't know the exact plan for how the documentary will be released or distributed. I think I mentioned it in an earlier video. The absolute ideal situation would be for it to get into a good film festival and then it be released on Netflix, but we'll see. My question is, can you give us a little more info about your documentary? Were you contacted to make it? When can we see it? Is it just about an American's life in Germany playing football? About the unicorns? What part of Germany? Okay. A little more information about the documentary. So I was at film school, I missed football, and so I signed with the Unicorns and left film school because I really wanted to play football again. But I also still love making films, so I contacted our head coach, Ziggy Gerke here, and asked if he would mind if, while I was here, I made a documentary on the program as well, because I thought it would be a really interesting subject, because before I was contacted to play American football here in Germany, I had no idea that they played American football in Germany or in Europe at all. So I thought that'd be a really interesting topic to make a documentary on. It's not just about an American's life in Germany, it's about, I mean, there's elements of that, but it's about kind of the German Football League, the Unicorns organization, and our season in 2016. Why is Devin Benton such a beast? I don't know, he just is. Did you ever think about traveling to Germany or Europe in general before you started playing for the Unicorns? Yeah, I always wanted to come to Europe, but playing football in college, I really had no time to travel big trips or overseas trips, so I never got to do it. What does your family think about you being here? It's hard, it's really hard, and I get really homesick a lot of the times because my family is super important to me. I come from a big family, and so it's hard being away from them, but they know that I'm doing what I love, and so they're happy for me, and we're able to Skype and talk on the phone and do all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's better being far away from home nowadays where you can Skype and FaceTime and stuff like that, as opposed to, I don't know, 20 years ago or whenever we had to send letters. What cultural shocks did you experience when you first came here? I made a video about this a couple weeks ago, but I think probably the biggest thing is I'm so used to the American over-friendliness, and so when you're interacting with German people that you don't know or kind of know, and they're not as friendly as you're used to. That kind of threw me off when I first got here, but now I understand. Which places in Schwäbisch Hall would you recommend visiting? I made a video last week called The Most Beautiful Town in Germany, and I showed all of my favorite spots around Schwäbisch Hall, so you should check that out. Did you like the cookies? Yes. Cakes Youth, Catherine, love the unicorns cookies. Thank you so much. Nico Bang. You gave me about 30 questions on here. Nico Bang is a teammate of mine. He's in a lot of my vlogs. Funny guy, good guy. He gave me about 20 questions. I will answer one of them. If you were arrested with no explanations, what would your family assume you had done? Easy. Illegal droning. Is there any other team in Germany you would play for?
Thank you, fans on three. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, fans.
I don't think so. All right, that's it for this time. Thanks so much for giving me those questions. I liked answering them. That was pretty fun. So if you have any more questions, you can comment in this video, and if there's enough, then I'll make another Q&A video at some point. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.